Spain is once again on its knees before nature's fury. In the past few hours, Storm Alice, classified as a Dana, an isolated high-altitude depression, has hit the eastern coast hard, bringing torrential rain, violent winds, and a real risk of flash flooding. The provinces of Valencia and Alicante have been placed on maximum alert. The Spanish Meteorological Agency, AEMET, has issued special warnings for exceptional rainfall, which in some areas could exceed 100 millimeters in a matter of hours. In Valencia, the situation is critical. Streets have turned into rivers, underpasses are flooded, and traffic is paralyzed in several areas. Local authorities have closed parks, gardens, and cemeteries, suspending all outdoor activities. Residents have been asked not to leave their homes except for urgent needs and to avoid areas near waterways at all costs. Emergency services are working around the clock, monitoring major water catchments and drainage channels, which are already at capacity. The risk of flash flooding is extremely high, especially in the city's lower-lying districts and in the province's municipalities, such as Carcaixent, Algemesí, and Xàtiva. Here, the rain has been relentless for hours, and images from the scene show cars swept away by the current and partially submerged homes. The soil, now saturated, can no longer absorb water, and each new downpour worsens the situation. In Carcaixent, one of the most vulnerable areas in the region, residents are experiencing moments of fear. The drainage systems are failing, and many citizens were forced to place sandbags in front of their homes to try to contain the water. Some neighborhoods have been cut off, and the Civil Protection Department has put rescue teams on pre-alert for possible evacuations. The natural canals that crisscross the area, such as the Barranco de Barca, are under constant surveillance for the risk of overflowing. In the past, just a few hours of heavy rain were enough to cause the water level to rise up to 80 centimeters inside homes. The agricultural sector is also sounding the alarm. Citrus groves in Carcaixent and Ribera Alta are on their knees after previous waves of severe weather, and further flooding could jeopardize entire harvests. Local authorities are asking the central government to declare a state of natural disaster to access emergency relief and prevention funds. Meanwhile, warnings to the public are multiplying. Public announcements urge people not to cross flooded roads, avoid underpasses, and stay away from stream banks. Those living in the most at-risk areas have been urged to prepare an evacuation plan and keep their phones charged to receive any emergency notifications. Power outages and communications disruptions have already been reported in some areas of the province of Alicante. Regional trains to Valencia have also suffered delays and cancellations. The entire region is watching the evolution of Storm Alice with fear, which according to experts could intensify due to the contrast between warm Mediterranean air and cold currents at high altitude. It is an increasingly frequent phenomenon in recent years, which highlights the effects of climate change on the Mediterranean. And as the rain continues to fall relentlessly on Valencia, the whole of Spain is watching the skies with apprehension, knowing that just a few minutes of precipitation can turn a weather warning into a catastrophe. Right now, the priority remains the safety of citizens. Authorities are calling for cooperation and caution, reminding people that the greatest danger always comes when the force of the water is underestimated. Europe's eyes are focused on the Valencian Community, a symbol of a Spain once again battling increasingly unpredictable and devastating weather. The hope is that the preventative measures adopted in recent hours will avert the worst, and that Storm Alice will soon pass without leaving further devastation.